Okay. Hold up. Oh, yeah. Hey, listen. They ain't call me Mike for no reason now. Come on now. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in for the show. Come on in for the show. We're going to let Mike funk out just a little bit, all right? Just. Uh-huh. Boy, Mike, you better sing like you alive, boy. Come on, let's do it. Here we go. Here we go. Hold on. Y'all know about this. Sing with me. What's up, everybody? Welcome to ActorScope, and what is it?
The best 30 minutes of your week.
Absolutely, the best 30 minutes of your week. Now, listen, after the show, we're going to have to run that back, and we're going to have to go to the hook, because that's my funk right there, man. I was listening to that walk coming into the show today, and it just gave me life. It gave me energy. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to ActorScope. I'm so happy to have you all join us today. Shout out to everybody in Facebook land. Shout out to everybody in Instagram world. We appreciate you guys. We love you guys, and thanks for tuning in. Now, let me tell you this. For all of you guys who are actors, who are producers, who have anything to do with the film industry, this is where you need to be for the next 30 minutes. Don't be afraid on Facebook to hit that share button, though, so you can make sure your friends get to know, too. Matter of fact, go ahead and share in some of the groups that you follow that are also involved with acting and anything with the arts, okay? We want to see you here. We love you, and we just can't wait. We're going to have a great time. We got a special guest, and it's going to be a great, great time. Now, but listen, my favorite part of the show. Let's do it right now, guys. Roll call, everybody. Roll call. Tell me where you are watching from. Let me pull up my Facebook situation over here so I can see what you guys are saying over there. I'm going to need this. But let me go ahead and see. LA. Oh, we got LA in the building. What time is it over there right now? It's 1 over here, so it's what? 11? Hey, you up early, and I'm very appreciative of that. Thank you so much, man. Go ahead and hit that share button, let everybody know. Where else we got people coming from? Yo, I need to get to LA, y'all. Listen, I need to go and see what's up, what the big deal is. It's 10 a.m. in LA. Look, my math is bad. Miami, it's my time over there. DMV's in the building. Okay, Jersey's in the building. New York is everywhere. New York, listen, y'all snowed in right. You know what? New York and everywhere else who's snowed in right now. You have no excuse. You're not at work. You ain't at nothing. Turn on ActorScope right now. We got Bankhead in the building. Bankhead, what zone you from? I don't know what that means, but I hear it in the rap songs all the time. So it has to mean something like zone 3, 4, 5, 6, all that. Atlanta, shout out to the Peaches. But yeah, man, I'm very appreciative of all you guys that are here, that are watching. Again, this is ActorScope. I'm Mike Michaels, your host. I'm a storyteller, a director, a casting assistant, and an overall filmmaker based out of here in Atlanta by way of Pompano Beach, Florida. Free Kodak. He might be out of jail by now. Who knows? He's always in and out, so hopefully he's out at this point. You know, Zone 1. Somebody call him from Zone 1. Okay. Now listen, I need you all to share. Like I said, share this broadcast, guys. Share it. Let the word come out. Let everyone know that you're watching ActorScope right now, okay? Hey, I got a couple jokes for y'all. This is a little something different that I'm trying to do today. I got some jokes for y'all, okay? Y'all tell me if y'all like the jokes. Email me and tell me if y'all want to keep these jokes, okay? Before my producers kill me, all right? Joke number 1. I'm sorry, I just couldn't resist. Why should you not write with a dull pencil?
Why?
Because it's pointless. Hold on. I got one more. Why can't zoo animals take a test?
Why?
Because there's too many cheetahs. Get it? Too many cheetahs? No. Okay. What do you call a singing computer? Adele. Okay, I'm done. That's it. We'll find out if the corny jokes are coming back next week or not. Let's see here. So who's been watching? That's what we want to know right now. Who's been watching? As you know, if you've been watching the show, and if you haven't, you're about to learn right now. Who's been watching is all about, have you been watching the show? See, the show last week we'll ask a question from, and the first person to email us the answer is going to go ahead and get their headshots posted on all of WSA's social media accounts, okay? So last week's winner was Nichelle Nicole. Can you get a round of applause for Nichelle Nicole? She answered our question from the previous week, and the email that you want to send your answer to is wsa.actorscope@gmail.com. Again, that's wsa.actorscope@gmail.com. Now we got a brand spanking new question for you, okay? So last week, and you know, for the whole month, we're gonna be celebrating women because women are the bomb. Can y'all give yourselves a round of applause, ladies? So last week we had Rasheda Nash on our show, and Rasheda Nash is a filmmaker who's based out of here in Atlanta, and she's doing a lot of big things. So the question is, which short film did Rasheda Nash show at the Cannes Film Festival? For those of you who don't know, Cannes, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly, Cannes, whichever, Cannes is over there in France, and yeah, it's a really big thing, and you know, if all you filmmakers should aspire to go there one day. Rasheda's already been there, and I want to know the name of the short film that she premiered on that show. Once you have the answer, email it to wsa.actorscope@gmail.com, and the first person to answer is going to get the award, okay? Pictures everywhere, all right? Go ahead and take my little shameless plug right here, you know, WSA. Cheers to you. Cheers to you as well. And again, what's in my cup is in my cup. We ain't gonna talk about that. Ooh, kind of strong, a little kick there, you know, a little kick. Get that Wednesday rolling, you know. All right, guys, so let's see here. We also have here one of our favorite parts of the show, one of our most favorite parts of the show. And this part of the show is where you typically, if you've been watching the show, you need one of these right now. You see this? You need one of these. You need a pen and you need a piece of paper. And what you need this pen and piece of paper for is because we're about to tell you what is casting out here in Atlanta and really all over the country, all over the world, because here at WSA, we global. We like Khaled over here, we global. And the person that I have coming in with me today is nonetheless but my trusty busty friend, Anais.
Hi.
Hey, what's up? How you doing?
How are you?
I'm good, I'm great.
I'm actually cold.
You're cold?
It's cold outside.
Really? Just get you some body heat going there, girl. How about now? You good? You good?
Thank you.
Okay.
It's cold out there.
It's cool. It's all right. You know,
The wind is brutal.
I'm from Florida. It's freezing. You know, we can't complain though because there's a snow blizzard
Yes.
all over the country right
Yes,
now. You know.
yes, I know,
So
I
with
know.
this blizzard, I mean, I guess we can be grateful for our little 60
Well,
degrees
I will
outside.
say I miss New York. I do love the snow, so I'm a little, but it's cold out there.
Look, I don't play. I've only seen snow once in my life, and that was enough.
That was it?
Yes, I made a snow angel and I got out.
Oh, see, and that's fun.
Well, I tried to make a snowball, but I didn't know that your fingers would fall off.
No,
So,
your fingers. You did
yeah.
it without gloves, didn't you?
I did without gloves. Yeah, didn't work out.
We're gonna have to teach you how to do it.
So tell us what's casting. What's going on?
Okay, what do we have casting here in Atlanta? We have The Last Full Measure, starring your homeboy Samuel L. Jackson.
I love that guy.
I know you do.
You know what I love about him the most? Did you see how he had something to say and then people came for him on social media?
Oh yeah,
he gracefully accepted it and just, you know, that's how you got to do it
But-
sometimes, you
but
know?
That's Sam. That's
Just Sam. Sam's a cool dude, man.
Sam's the man. Okay, what they're looking for his project are older men to portray bikers and trucker types, 45 years and older. They're also seeking Pentagon government types, officers and civilians, 25 years and older. And what they need are cars from 1985 to 2000. What you're going to do is put biker, trucker, Pentagon, or older cars in the subject line, and you're going to email extras@tsc.com. Let me correct myself. It's extras@tscasting.com. So that's where you're going to send the email to for that. We also have Hilton Casting, which is working on Survivor's Remorse, Season 4. They are looking for two different types. Very tall men, 6'6" and taller, all ethnicities, 18 years and older. Yes, you can
No,
do that
not a
one.
handshake. I'm saying,
no.
can I
you
qualify
want to know
for that? No?
How tall are you?
You can continue.
Okay. They are also looking for real police officers and prison guards. Again, all ethnicities, 18 years and older. So you could do that one.
Okay, yeah, I was a cop in my
Alright.
past life.
Yeah, see,
Yeah,
there you go.
yeah. Mhm.
And you're going to email hiltoncasting.com/submissions/extras.com. Got one more for you, Atlanta. It's for a pilot called The Resident. They are looking for men and women to portray medical personnel, doctors, nurses, EMTs, etc., 21 years and older, all ethnicities. Experience is a plus, and you're going to put medical personnel in the subject line, and you're going to email resident@centralcasting.com. And then again, this is for a pilot. Now, make sure any of these that you have to fit the criteria for, so don't submit if you don't fit any of those criteria. I got one more for Chicago. Do we have anybody from Chicago?
Go, let's go with Chicago.
We got
Chi-Town. What's up, Chi-Town?
All right, Chicago. This is for a show starring John Goodman. They are searching for men and women to work, and the title of it is called Captive State. They're looking for people on Tuesday, April 4th and Wednesday, April 5th. They want you to play high-class and professional-looking VIPs. If you can work and dress upscale, submit to CSTATEXTRA, that's CSTATEXRA@gmail.com. You're going to include your photo, name, age, height, weight, and phone number. And you're going to put VIP in the subject line.
And guys, there's 3 options here, okay? Number 1, if you had a pen, you ain't got no problems. For those of you unprepared folk out there who didn't have a pen, we're going to post all this information on our page after. Make sure you go to WSA Presents ActorScope on Facebook.
Yes.
Or, of course, just run the show back. Run it back, because,
Either way, you'll get the information.
You know? But thank you so much for the info. We appreciate it. As always, it's been a pleasure.
Yes, I'm going to have some hot chocolate.
You have some hot chocolate? Is that what's in your cup?
Yes.
Hot chocolate?
Yes.
Maybe that's what I should have got, because I feel good right now.
Yeah, you should have had hot chocolate.
This water's amazing. All right, guys, listen, thank you so much to Anais for coming out here and giving us that information. A couple things I want to tell you guys real quick, just a couple announcements. Number 1, I see a lot of folks telling me about their projects here on Instagram and maybe a few on Facebook here. If you guys have projects that you want to promote or that you want to premiere, that you just want to come on the show and talk about, we're actually building up our base right now for what we call Indie Corner. Indie Corner is where it gives you an opportunity to come on the show and tell us about your short, tell us about your feature, tell us about your web series, tell us about whatever it is you're working on. So here's what I want you guys to do out there, okay? Go ahead and send an email to wsa.actorscope@gmail.com. Send the trailer if you have it, send a synopsis, send whatever it is you're working on. I don't care if you're the director, I don't care if you're the writer, I don't care if you're the actor, I don't care if you're the PA, all right? Any and everybody is welcome. Put in the subject line, Indie Corner, okay? Indie Corner, and send it over to us, and we're gonna go ahead and select some of the best ones, and we're gonna have them guys on the show, okay? Does that sound like a fair deal? Sound like a fair arrangement? For those of you who have already emailed, we see your emails, we got you, and we're just waiting for the base to build up before we give those responses out. So don't be discouraged. We see you, we love you, and that's never gonna change because WSA stays the same. And that one you're supposed to rhyme, but I tried to rhyme again, it didn't work. It wasn't going the right way, so I need to cut it right there. All right, guys, listen. So let me tell you about our guest for the day, okay? Let's talk about our guest. I can't wait. So her name is Rasheda Randle. I'm sure a lot of you around here who watch the show know her. She's literally international. Just came from a trip from Paris. So she real fancy right now. I got to get my French game up real quick. All right, so I'm gonna try when she get on and see what I got. I watched a French movie last night, but we ain't gonna talk about that. All right, cool. Rasheda Randle comes from Indianapolis, Indiana. She's a Jane of all trades. She's an award-winning actress, and she's an accomplished filmmaker, writer, director, producer of TV, stage, and film. Pull that off with one breath. All right, Rasheda graduated from Indiana State University with a Bachelor of Science in Radio, TV, and Film. Boy, listen, talk about using your degree. she used every single hashtag. I'm still trying to figure out what I'm doing with this political science. I don't know. We gonna pray about it. Thank you, Jesus, take the wheel. She was among the first graduating class of the music video production program at the New York Film Academy. And she got her start in the industry as an intern for BET's Rap City. That was my show back in the day, y'all. Rap City with Big Tig. After they got rid of Big Tig, that's when it started declining. But with Big Tig in the booth, there's some classic freestyle verses, man. Y'all need to stop. Don't get me started on BT. And that's another thing, guys. Take these internships. For those of you watching who are in college, who are everywhere, take these internships and figure out what it is and why you want to do what it is you want to do. You have to have a purpose before the passion kicks in. Rasheda made a transition, though, from stage to film and then to TV. To date, Rasheda has more than 24 credits in film, television, and stage, and was voted Best Actress at the TPN Film Fest, and is the creative visionary of Ivy League Productions. Now listen, I'm tired of telling you about her. Why don't we go ahead and meet her? Everybody give it up for Rasheda Randle. Hey, what's up, Rasheda? How you doing?
I am great.
Listen, it's a pleasure to have you on the show. I'm so happy that you were able to fit us in your schedule.
Oh, don't do that.
Oh, come on now.
I always
Listen,
don't have time for you guys.
Now, the first thing we want to make sure we do is let's go ahead and take the shameless plug.
Oh, we got toast?
We're going to toast right here. Boom. You know, shots to the
We
fan.
can drink now?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I gave you a little bit of what was in my cup. How is it?
It's great.
All right. So listen, Rasheda, tell me, how did you get started in your career, and how did you know that this was for you?
Do you know who Michael Michelle is?
Who?
Michael Michelle. She's an actress. Nino Brown.
Oh yeah.
What New Jack City? Cancel
Right.
that. Okay, so she was the first actress that I really paid attention to because she was my uncle's girlfriend.
Oh.
So I credit her for giving me my start because it really made me pay attention to the craft. So it's something that I was really, really into when I was a kid, but I didn't really have that nurturing from my parents.
Right.
So I waited until I was an adult.
Uh-huh.
Got to college, took some theater classes.
You took them on the low. You didn't let your parents know.
I mean, I let them know what I was doing because now I'm grown. Now you can't tell me.
Right.
No,
Okay.
no, we can't pack up and move you to California. So now, I'm gonna do my
Right.
But it wasn't until after college that I really started to take it seriously because, as you can tell from my bio, which you read very well, thank you.
Oh, thank you very much.
My focus was behind the camera. I wanted to direct music videos, and I wanted to be behind the scenes. And I went to an audition with a friend for moral support, and I ended up auditioning, got a lead role. The rest is history.
Nice. So it's kind of like it called you. Like you heard it from a distance, and you kind of like.
I was scared to grab it at first. I was
fear.
scared to step out there because, I didn't really know how people would take it if my own parents wouldn't really, feed into it, then how would I expect anybody else to? So it was something that I really didn't reach out there and grab until I was old enough to really say, you know what, forget everybody else.
So at some point you just had to drop the fear. Listen, folks, at some point you just got to drop the fear. What does Steve Harvey call it? He calls it the leap, right?
The leap.
Sometimes you just got to leap. You got to jump. You have to jump. It sounds like you did a jump, and that the jump is going really well for you.
I jumped a few times.
All right. So it seems like you have a really big background in theater. So how did you make that transition from one to the other? And what do you do when you're not doing theater? Are you still involved with theater? Do you mix them all together?
Absolutely. Theater is my first love. And I believe that as an actor, you should be involved with theater because it helps to keep you on your toes. And it makes you a well-rounded artist. So when I'm not doing theater, I'm usually doing film, or I'm usually creating content, or, I have a life outside of acting. Is very, very minimal, but it mostly involves school.
Right.
But yeah, I try to always keep my hands in it some kind of way. So if I'm not on stage or I'm not on camera, then I'm on YouTube spending hours, looking up how to do some kind of dialect, or I'm reading a book that has to do with acting, so my hands are always in it.
So it sounds like you're a student of the craft.
Never not learning.
See, and I think that I meet a lot of folks, especially, and I love this interaction. When people see, like I post that I'm doing different things when it comes to acting, I get all these messages from people from way back in the day that I used to know. I love y'all, but listen, I ain't gonna say no names. But they'll be like, hey Mike, I wanna be an actor. What do I do? And you know what I always do? I actually always entertain them because the conversation doesn't last very long. Usually I'll say, well, why don't you go ahead and send me a 2-minute snippet of you acting out your favorite scene. Ask me how many snippets I've gotten.
0.
Yep.
Because the people don't want to do the work. Once they know that there's so much work that's involved into it, that fear starts to take over.
Right.
So you know what I did? I get a lot of people from my hometown of Indianapolis, Indiana that asks me that same thing. So I said, okay, you know what? Y'all all have these questions for me? I took a workshop. I created a workshop that only dealt with the business side of acting. And I took it to Indianapolis. And they all came out. I was surprised that so many did the work that I tested them. Bring a monologue. I didn't even really want to hear the monologues. I just want to see how many people were going to do it. So I only picked a few people to do it. And they came out, they asked the questions, and that's how I handle that.
Okay, cool. Listen, for those of you out there who are watching, listen, if you want it, there's no shortcut. There's no shortcut. There's no easy way. There's no pick me button. You got to work for it.
Put it in the crock pot.
Yep.
It's a process.
It's a slow cook, right?
Slow cook.
Crock pot. I like that reference. You know what? All right. So let me ask you this. What's your most memorable role to date?
My most memorable role. Okay, I have two. Really quick. Everybody's done A Raisin in the Sun. I was Beneath a Younger in A Raisin in the Sun, and for me, that was the first time I had done a role that someone else has done before. And so I took it very seriously. I did the work. I studied. I researched. I watched the movies. I watched the plays. And for me, that was probably one of my best performances that I've ever done. My other most memorable role is playing Mamie Till Mobley in a stage production that I produced and directed called An American Lynching: The Emmett Till Story. And that's a story that I have had, my heart has been wrapped around since I first learned of it in school. And so I had the opportunity to portray this powerful woman, and I did it in front of children, whites, blacks, Hispanics, and some of Emmett's cousins. And for me, that was probably the most memorable role that I have ever done.
That's deep right there. That's deep.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of roles that you've done, there's a show coming out next week, Shots Fired on Fox. Be sure to watch. And you have a role on there as well, right?
Yes. I play one of the witnesses who, the show's about a black cop who kills a white teenager in a predominantly black neighborhood. The police department is corrupt, and they call in two detectives from the Justice Department to come and investigate the police. So my character was one of the witnesses of the shooting. And I don't want to talk to the police because I know the police are corrupt.
I'm sorry, the camera's rolling. I'm sorry.
Right, we're still doing a show here.
Well, listen, on that note, shout out to the husband and wife dynamic duo, Reggie Rock Bythewood and Gina Prince Bythewood, who produced, directed, and wrote this project. So big shout out to them. This one give that real quick. WSA family loves all their work and what they do, and we just cannot wait. So make sure you guys tune in next week. Was it 22nd?
March 22nd on Fox.
On Fox after Empire, right? So I'm assuming it's going to be at 9 p.m. Make sure you're nowhere else.
So you ain't got no choice but to watch it.
You have to watch it. You have to watch it. So let me ask you this. We talked about roles you've done. What's your dream role?
Mamie Till Mobley on screen.
Oh, you know exactly what it is. What is it? Who is it?
Mamie Till Mobley on screen. Emmett Till's mother on screen. I did it on stage. I want to do it on screen.
Oh, that's deep. That's deep right there. That's deep. So what other types of films would you be interested in as far as acting is concerned? Would you like to do a comedy, or would you like to do
I would like to do a rom-com. I would like to do comedy, biopics. I would love to do horror.
Really?
Horror, thriller, that type of stuff. I'm so into horror movies. So I want to be like the black Jamie Lee Curtis.
So
Scream Queen.
Speaking of horror films, have you seen Get Out?
I have not yet. I've been so busy with
I'm sorry. All right, guys. Interview's over. She didn't see Get Out.
Wait.
You didn't see
If
Get
I
Out?
promise that I'm going this weekend, will that make...
Okay.
Can I say?
Well, I'm just happy because Jordan Peele is the first African American director on a directorial debut to cross $100 million. Can we give it up for Jordan Peele? Oh, that makes me excited, and not only just because of what it did, but because it's such a great movie. And I'm happy you didn't see it because we couldn't sit here and talk about and do all the spoilers. I'm so proud of myself. I haven't spoiled the movie for anybody, and that is not my character. Usually, I'm like, well, I usually give people a two week grace period. If you see in 2 weeks, but this movie's so good, you can't spoil it. It's one of those things where if someone hadn't seen it, you just go the other way. So
see, I can't wait. I'm going this weekend.
Definitely go see it. Go see it. So last thing I want to ask is, where can people find you and your work on social media? Where can we see your work and everything?
At Simply Sheeta, 1 E, not 2, on Facebook, on Instagram. Actress Rasheda Randle also on Facebook, Twitter. It's all the same. Thanks to NIEs, I am now on Snapchat. That is, I don't know my name though. I don't recall my name, so sorry.
It's a process.
But yeah, you can just check out our Facebook page for Things My Daddy Should Have Told Me, which is the film that is actually going through the film festival circuit right now. We have a Facebook page. It's facebook.com/TM. Things My Daddy Should Have Told Me. TMDSTM. There you go.
I thought the breeze was supposed to be easy. I'm gonna say the whole thing. Thing my daddy should have said back in the day when I was a jit. No, that's how see, I'm getting confused. All right, so listen. So you know that we already prepared these questions for you. Now there's a whole list of questions that you don't know about.
Oh, okay.
Let's see if you're ready. All right, This is our rapid fire session. Okay.
Oh, geez.
So I'm gonna ask you these questions. First thing that come to your mind, let me hear it. You ready?
Okay.
What's your favorite movie?
Stephen King's It.
Stephen King's It. That was too long. Next time I need
because
like,
there's so many of them.
Okay.
I have so many. I had to think of the first one that came to mind.
All right, cool. Where do you see yourself in 5 to 10 years?
I see myself a little bit higher on the totem pole. You know, I want to be in the Oscars. I want to go to the SAG Awards and the Emmys and all that good stuff.
Cool.
I want to create a film festival.
Really?
Yeah.
Folks, you heard it here first. Rasheda Randle wants to create a film festival, so make sure we archive this footage, right? So that when the time comes, we can make sure that we have the exclusive here on ActorScope,
Yes.
okay? All right, let's see here. If you had to choose a career other than the one that you're currently pursuing, what would it be?
Teaching.
Teaching. What grade?
Adults.
Adults. What would you want to teach adults? What just out of curiosity, what would it be? And don't say acting, because that's be outside of your career. So don't be trying to sneak in up in there like that, all right? What would it be?
Okay, let me go back. I'll say high school. I can do high school. High school or college level, history.
History. Okay, cool. My favorite subject. All right. If you could ask your icon, your favorite entertainer, living or dead, any question, who was it and what would the question be?
Oprah, will you adopt me? Just kidding.
Oprah, you hear that? You hear that, Oprah?
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Okay. My last question for you is, what does fame mean to you and for you?
Fame for me is actually just doing what I am doing right now. I feel like I am successful even where I am. Each day that I get a little bit further in my career is success, is a step towards success. I want to be able to use fame to give back to others. I don't want it for the money and all that good stuff. So fame is just, I think it's a mindset. It's a mindset.
Okay. Cool. Well, listen, it's a pleasure having you on the show. Everybody give a please for Rasheda Randle. Give a for Rasheda Randle, please. So, Rasheda, before you leave, I have this quote that I like to share with the audience and with you since you're here, okay?
Okay.
And this is a really important thing. Let me make sure I'm not forgetting anything, by the way. I told you guys about Indie Corner. Make sure that you do that. Make sure for those of you who want to participate in the Who's Been Watching that you email your answer to what film did Rasheda Nash premiere at Cannes Film Festival. The email is wsa.actorscope@gmail.com. And also, for those of you, send me your trailer, send me everything. And listen, I don't have interns or anybody look through it. I look through them myself, okay? I enjoy indie work. And here at WSA, we want to become the champion for indie filmmakers in Atlanta and all over the world, okay? So you make sure that you send your trailer and everything else to wsa.actorscope@gmail.com. Now, for the quote of the day. You ready about this? This one's kind of deep. You got to follow me on this, okay?
Okay.
And tell me if you agree with it too, all right?
Okay.
Making films is about having absolute and foolish confidence. The challenge for all of us is to have the heart of a poet and the skin of an elephant. And that's from Mira Nair, who's a director of The Namesake and Queen of Katwe, which I love that movie. What do you think about that? You got to have absolute and foolish confidence. Does that make sense?
Yes, because it's one of those things where if you don't believe in yourself, then who else will? So you have to believe in your creativity.
Right.
And you got to have that tough skin, man. You got to have that tough skin because, you can create art and people are just not going to take to it.
Very true.
But you also, as an artist, artists are kind of crazy.
Yes, we can be.
So that's where that foolish confidence comes from.
Right. Yeah,
you gotta believe in it.
Folks, if you got people in your lives who are pursuing this, you might want to consider if you want to be falling for that ride because it can be a bumpy ride.
It is
It can be a bumpy road. But, to the creatives, we toast to you all. And with that being said, we thank you. We love you for watching ActorScope. Be sure to tune in next week. We have another special guest for you. We love you, and we'll see you next time. Same right here, same back time.
Same back channel.
Thank you so much for watching ActorScope. We'll see you next week, people. We'll see you next week.
Thank you.